What is one thing you appreciate about the opposite gender? I appreciate that men can have friendships around mutual interests without demanding full emotional disclosure or constant small talk from their friends. The effort that women put into social activities and things of that nature. Men are so surprising sweet and loving, it always catches me off guard, but I also love that feel like they can safely confide in me and makes me feel all fuzzy, like when big dogs that look scary actually think they are lap dogs. Their skin is so soft and they smell nice. If you ask a man if he has jumper cables he can lend you, and he does, he will also volunteer to help you jump your car. Being able to pee standing up. The way they look. I love that this can apply to either gender. When a girl, even unexpectedly, does something genuinely sweet for me, I appreciate how oblivious men can be. I feel like ladies, myself included, tend to read too far in between the lines and guys just seem to go with the flow. You'd be surprised how much we overthink things sometimes. Their eyes sparkle when they smile like in the cartoons. You know, in the cartoons when the girl kisses the guy on the face a bunch of times and he looks dumb and drunk after? I recently learned that's a real thing and my life hasn't been the same since. I like to poke their muscles. Sometimes they genuinely hurt a bit, but we don't say anything because we probably enjoy seeing you have fun, assuming you are someone close to us. Girls' hoodies always seem so much softer. Love a hug. I appreciate the resilience of men. There's a lot of pressure on men to provide and they make so many sacrifices to meet that expectation. That you ladies don't treat it as shameful when I show weakness. Girls, y'all are so sweet sometimes. Like, I love my brothers, but they're not always great with the emotional stuff. My girlfriends are always there if I need to vent or talk about my feelings or whatever, and 95% of the time they help me feel a lot better about whatever it was I was frustrated or bummed about. Thanks for that. How calming a woman's presence can be. The right woman, that is. The whole world can be going to shit, but if she's there, she'll make it feel like a Saturday night. Being physically stronger. I injured my back, so having someone I can rely on really helps. My boyfriend will just say FM and it works. Ranting for 20 minutes about the issue gives me less pleasure than my boyfriend forcing me to say fuck it to my stress. I do enjoy milking out a problem with my mom and sister, but sometimes it just prolongs the stress when it's on your mind constantly. I remember I had a stressful day, and I had the itch to start ranting about it to him when all of a sudden, upon seeing him so comfortably lazy and uncaring of anyone and everything, my mentality switched into guy mode. He asked, "How was work?" I said, fine. Fuck em." He nodded his head and we happily watched TV for the rest of the night. I have mad respect for you guys who just simply not give a single fuck. Even when you do, you still don't. I watched my wife give birth to both our kids, one vaginal, the other cesarean. You ladies do not get enough credit for dealing with childbirth emo. Honestly, for me it's how they can go from being in war/defend the house against invaders mode to screaming like a 4-year-old girl at the sight of a freaky-looking cricket. Son, you were just about to fight the human version of an actual ogre who is twice your size and you can't handle an insect. It's my favorite thing. I'm horrible at expressing myself, so hopefully this makes sense. I appreciate how calm men can be, lol. When I'm scared, nervous, or I need to deal with a big change happening in my life, I automatically go on panic mode. If I talk to my brother, cousin, or coworker about the situation, they are so chill. I'm like, OMG. But what if this or that happens, and they're like, you can handle anything, so if that happens you'll do this or you'll do that, lol, like so matter of fact about it, and I'm like, oh yeah, then I feel silly for panicking. The fact that most men are actual decent human beings and don't really care about stretch marks or any other marks on our body. Respect for that. I wish more girls knew this. Instead of perfecting these things for a guy that doesn't care. Everything. Girls are cute. I appreciate that, because if they looked like dudes I'd be very sad. We ugly AF. The sheer ego some of them have is reassuring, in a he can at least pretend he knows what he's doing kind of way. The fact that they're generally more supportive whenever my depression gets especially bad. Most of my male friends are either ignorant about mental health, or they fail to understand that it's not as simple as just don't be sad. They have no problem social distancing from me. The clothes. I know several women who have told me I'm handsome and hot, and it helped a great deal with my confidence, which was bad for a very long time. Instead of always getting angry about my past, I sometimes think of the women who supported me and made me feel better about myself, and I get a warm and fuzzy feeling instead. Some of you are hella nice, like the two people who I could tell absolutely anything in the world and they wouldn't change their opinion on me are both girls, so yeah, those two really keep up, all 3.5 billion of you. I appreciate the fact that the men in my life are willing to risk their life to protect me and other women in their lives. He has the balls to go out, do and say things I'm too chicken shit to attempt myself. A dick seems so much easier to deal with. Until you're 13 and it won't just hang there anymore. Starts pointing at every girl it sees, like how about that one? No, okay, what about that one? My dick was always such a dick about it when I'm like, dude, chill, I'm at church. I love how the friendships work. I didn't intend on it, but I have only really had guy friends. People always act like I'm boasting or something when I say that, but I always wanted a chick friend. The way they talk and shit is so cool. Like they can be so supportive. And the birthday shit they do. But girls are very strange when it comes to trust. Like they will compliment someone and then so openly talk about / ridicule them behind their back. My friends will openly ridicule me and then be so nice behind my back. And they really protect the other. The bromance is also cute. This isn't the same for everyone, like I know that. Looking cute while small. I have learned a lot about dating and how challenging it is for straight men. As a woman, I take that for granted. Lately I've been really loving how affectionate my guy friends are with one another. Tits. I don't know why I like looking at boobs, I just think they're neat. It's wired into my brain. I can't help it. If good boobs are nearby, I have to consciously put in the effort not to look. How they can put up with somebody even if they really don't like them. Men seem so capable. I feel humiliated being in a female body sometimes. In reality I'm rather strong, but people treat me like a disabled person. I have had people make a scene in the street because I was carrying something they thought was too heavy and refused to back off when I said no thanks. Well, there's the sexy bits. Those are nice. I'm enjoying playing Find the Dick on here by looking for comments Loki throwing shade at men or women. My guy friends always seem to be so much more down to clown like kids again. Also, it may just be the type of dudes I tend to make friends with, but they express friendly affection for each other, and me, so intensely. I can always count on my brothers for a big hug or a deep conversation, and then the most childish Nerf gun Mario Kart shit in the world immediately after.